some other random white guy. Um, I'm also joined with, yes, you guessed it, another random white guy.
Why you gotta open it up like that?
How do you want me to open it?
You know what? At least on this show, we can just open up any random way we want.
Nobody,
Versus,
nobody's listening.
they
I
might.
can be as stupid as I please.
Well, it's not like the random era. We can't freak people out. Where it's just like, welcome to the show where we. God, what was something like something dumb we used to do on the random hour? But we're like, we're gonna be professional when it meets these people because they're gonna be
Yeah,
like,
you wanted to bring people on. I know I've got to be professional.
yeah, professional. As we
Uh,
tell people in recording and before recording, we are two
Popcorn
idiots of the
Buckets is
show.
my safe space. I can be as stupid as I want.
I hope your neighbors. I hope your neighbors heard you.
Listen, one of my neighbors was on TikTok last night and taking a massive dump. I know because I was on the toilet in the room below them, also going to the bathroom. And so I just look up and I hear some like TikTok music, and I'm like, what? And then all of a sudden I hear, and I'm like, and then the toilet flushes a couple minutes later, and I'm like, back to Final Fantasy.
I can't. But wait, how many days have you been playing Final Fantasy that you only got like 6% left to do?
I got it Friday.
Damn, Kyle, you've been playing a binger.
You know how I am the king of binging. I can
Dude.
binge
Wait,
a video game.
dude, you need to come when you and Hannah come visit. I hope I get the new Dragon Ball Z game. So Tommy got it, and he says that the difficulty, um, for normal will mess you up
Oh yeah,
because it's one of those games. They said that it's one of those games where you've got to play through the story to
yeah.
unlock hard mode. But if you go easy mode on certain fights, it won't unlock the next story because it's like, you got to play the game on normal mode.
See, that's the funny thing about RPGs for me. I I I grind when I play like a game, and so I'm like maxed out, and so I'll either one hit KO people
Mm,
or I'll take them out in two hits. The regular monsters. Uh, Boss battles first one was a little difficult with the
mm.
Lich, and then after that in Final Fantasy One, I just been like taking the bosses out like steadily after like 3 rounds through all my characters.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Dude, it's okay. As of this recording, I've been on a Pokemon binge before I go to bed. Uh, dude, do you have Pokemon Scarlet, by the way?
I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was debating on getting a Pokemon game, and I decided to get the Final Fantasy instead. Because I was like,
Okay.
I've got more free time now. I'm not having to work 13 plus hours. Hmm. Let's pick up a video game and work our way through a series.
Well, if you do, let me know because I've got a Pokemon exclusive for Violet. And then there's one Pokemon on there where you got to collect like 1,000 little coins. And I just traded a shiny
Wait,
for
which one
him.
did you say? Scarlet?
Yeah.
Like the one from our childhood?
No, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the current generation.
Hold on a second. Scar. No. Caps lock is on.
It's like 2 years old now.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
Okay. Yeah, I've.
I'm thinking, hold on a second. Nerd stuff. I can't hear you for a second.
All right, go.
I feel like it's fitting that in um, the Wolfman, I'm bringing this up. So I've got my Game Boy,
No way.
I've got the original.
You got your Pokemon Blue?
Uh huh.
Do not lose that. Dude,
Guess what I
take
also
care of
have?
that. What? Is that Fiery Red?
Ruby.
Yeah, Ruby?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, does it work?
Yeah.
It still
The
works?
time sensor in it has run dry, but you can still play the game.
Uh-huh.
Time-based things won't work though.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that makes sense. The game's like what? Came out in what, 2004? 2003?
Yep.
So it's
And just to like hammer it home, I've got I think two more Game Boys,
no way.
and then I've got. Dude, you're gonna be pissed off at me.
Why am I gonna be
I'm about to go old school.
all right, go grab it real fast. I know this has nothing to do with the Wolfman, but why not share with people at home?
So we've got
Dude, you still have yours?
yeah. Um,
Yep, the original color. We had a green one.
I have like three of these. I don't know where the other two are.
Really?
And then I got some of the cords for them.
Yeah.
I got Road Champs too.
Ugh, Road Champs. I don't remember that one. Dude, you know what's insane? So Yu-Gi-Oh! This year in February, they've got it called their Days of Old collection coming out. It's a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh! Game Boy games on the Switch coming out. You have your Nintendo dogs?
Hold on a second.
Our Nintendo DSs still work, but one of mine's in rough shape, but they still work.
I've got a bunch of them. Let's see. Let me go through some of the games I've got with you. Uh-huh. We have Tetris for the Game Boy.
Nice.
We have Nintendo DS Personal Trainer Math.
Oh yeah, the brain game. Ugh.
I had a couple brain games. Ice Age 2, The Meltdown.
No way.
Spiderwick Chronicles.
Oh, dude, I didn't like that movie.
I love that movie.
I didn't care for
Hot Wheels. Beat That.
it. I think we had that one on Game Boy. No. I think that was the prequel game for Game Boy.
Zoo Tycoon DS2.
No way.
Let's see. Uno Free Fall, Skipbo.
Dude.
Just gonna put that back. Pet Hamsters 2 Live. And Brain
Pet
Age.
hamster game?
Train your brain in minutes a day.
Wow.
Only the good games. The Legend of Starfy.
Never heard of it.
Okay. Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
Yep, I remember that one. We had that one.
Oh, Fossil Fighters.
Dude, you had that too? Dude, I love that game.
dinosaurs.
I love that game. That game
I
was
love dinosaurs, Devin.
I lost my dude. I don't know where my copy is. I beat the game though. Fossil Fighters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised you don't have Dinosaur King.
Well, we're not done. New Super Mario Bros.
Yeah, we had that one on the Wii.
I think everyone did.
Yeah, I think that was
Lego
one of the.
Indiana Jones: The Original Adventures.
We had that one.
Lego Batman: The Video Game.
Yep, we had it on the Wii.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon: Explorers of Darkness.
We didn't have that one. We had the I had the one where it was like the sky one.
Mm-hmm. Pokemon X for the 3DS.
See, that's the series I want to. Dude, on Pokemon Home, you can transfer those over into your like internet box or your private box, whatever. Because
Yeah.
I've been using Pokemon Home to help me out, and I'm like, dude, I don't have all these Nintendo DS titles.
And then we've got Pokemon Ruby, Omega Ruby
Oh, dude,
for the
you got the.
3DS. My 3DS is somewhere else in this room, but I have gotten up so many times the cat is annoyed.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's probably wondering when you're gonna play Final Fantasy.
She
What
likes
you buy it on
cuddling
your
me
Switch?
while I play Final Fantasy.
What did you buy it for your Switch?
You know what's funny? You know what this is a movie stub for?
What,
Spiderwick.
bro? You kept that?
9:35 p.m. Monday, 2/13/08. Child's ticket $7. Seat 10.
That was back in '08.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, me and a friend were like really into Spiderwicks at that time, and so we
Mm-hmm.
would read it a bunch.
What's wrong, Jack?
Just thought you would enjoy that collection, Devin.
Some people at home enjoy. Dude, that's pretty dope. I can't believe you still have yours. Ours are somewhere in the closet at my parents' house.
Yeah, I was charging some because I was thinking about giving them to Will,
Uh-huh.
my nephew. But I decided against it because I was like, these are worth a lot of money, and I don't know where all of them are.
Right.
So I
What?
missed one.
Uh,
Pokemon Trollsy.
I don't know that one.
It was like a puzzle game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Dude, you
you gotta
remember
make a row
Pokemon
of
Ranger?
four with different Pokemon faces, and then
Oh,
clear
okay.
out. So yeah.
You remember Pokemon Rangers?
hmm I love Pokemon Ranger.
Dude, I had the one. I beat it.
I'll tell you something off screen. There was one I didn't show you.
Okay. Oh, dude. I know we're supposed to be talking about Wolfman, but dude, Jan the animator, she was talking about Pokemon. You might remember this. It was for the GameCube. Pokemon DX.
Who's Jan?
You know, the animator. She's really popular. Friends with Odd Ones Out.
Let me pull the name. I feel like you're saying the wrong name.
I think I am too.
Let's see.
Cause she did a bunch of Pokemon stuff this year.
I'm thinking Charisma.
Oh, Charismo. Hold up, this is gonna bother me. You know, she's a famous animated YouTuber. Hold up, because her Pokemon.
Wait, is this somebody we reviewed, or is this? Hold on, Devin. Is this somebody we interviewed?
Oh, Jaden Animations.
Yeah, that's not somebody we interviewed.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about. She was talking about one of her. Sorry, I was trying to. She won one of her new videos this week. She was talking about Pokemon DX.
Okay.
I
No,
don't
I
know if
watched
you
some of her
remember
stuff
that.
because she has birds, and I used to have birds, and so like I used to like care for birds. So I was like, oh yeah, I've done this stuff like this with the fake egg and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching her
Why you?
cat stuff now.
Have you?
hmm
We watched your
Yeah,
cat
Devin, you
stuff.
said it was somebody we interviewed. I'm fairly certain, and I'm like,
No, I
no,
said she's good friends with Odd Ones Out. That's why I was like,
okay.
she's like really famous anime YouTuber. I'm like,
Well,
I'm drawing a
just get them
blank.
onto the podcast then, Devin.
I'll,
We're big
I'll work
time.
on it. I'll work on it.
Okay,
I,
we should
I will
focus.
find a way.
All right, Devin, we need to focus.
Oh,
Um, welcome to Popcorn Buckets. I guess we'll talk about a movie this time.
yes. The movie we reviewed is the Monster Universal Classic 1941, The Wolfman.
Yes. I'm actually a really big fan of the classic monster movies from Universal. Uh, so we are doing a bit of these. Wolfman is one of my favorites. Um, so yeah, Devin, I sent you a TikTok recently.
Yep, I know exactly which TikTok you're thinking of.
I also posted it on the Twitter.
Yep.
Universal are working on their animatronics. Kind of hyped. I told Hannah that we may have to go to Universal once that gets approved.
Yeah.
I'm
That's a
thinking a double date.
no. My brain was like boys trip because I was like, oh boy.
Why would I take Hannah with the boys?
I mean, that's where my brain went because I was like, ooh, boys trip.
Shoot, we can make a boys trip, but I mean, I was thinking about Hannah, me, Megan, and I guess you, considering you're not coming with us, you're going on a boys trip.
but but you wanted a
It's just the
boys.
girls.
No, when you sent me that, I was like, dude, that's so cool. But then I was like, the Frankenstein one freaked me out the most.
Why?
It just did for some weird reason. When I watched it, I was like, I'm more scared of the Frankenstein one.
Yeah. It
And
is
they
a
say that the wolf one's gonna swipe at you, but it's not gonna actually reach you. And I'm like, bro,
yeah.
like
Also, I sent you a trailer for a movie.
I'll look later.
Well, it should be fairly easy considering it's topical for this movie.
Another Wolfman one?
Yeah, 2025. It's just Wolfman. It, you know how Alien, we were complaining about with Alien, it started off as like a horror movie genre and then kind of just trailed off to sci-fi.
Yeah.
It is a horror movie through and through, and I think it looks interesting. I don't know if it's going to be good, but it's interesting.
I'll have to look back through our messages later. Um,
It's good to
yeah,
know that you watch the things I send you.
yeah, I remember looking at it. Literally, that's the last episode I'm recording. I'm not getting up. You be a big girl. Recap the movie.
I was going to let you do it, and then I was going to like dive heavy
Well,
into notes.
well, I got an angry dog barking at me. So, anyways, no Lily.
Devin, recap the movie.
Okay, the movie takes place outside of some town, and guy and a girl fall in love. It's very cookie cutter. And all of a sudden, the guy gets attacked by a wolf man. Like he got banged up pretty bad. The gypsies had to come get him. The gypsies healed him up. They said, "Oh, you're the mark of the moon." And he's like, "I'm not no mark of the
Hey,
moon."
I'm going to stop you real quick. So, gypsies is a derogatory slur for Romanian people.
Sorry, I
What
went off of
on
the
earth are you
41
doing?
version, 2010 version. The Lily, Lily keeps
Um,
barking like
we are
crazy.
mentioning that as we are not being. I, I'm mentioning this because we are not being derogatory. We are using Devin is using the term that was used in the movie, used heavily in the movies. It is a 1941 movie. That does not make that okay. But the group of people were consistently referred to as gypsies. Um, and we have no intention of demeaning or anything or any community. What were you
Oh,
saying,
great.
Devin?
No, that was Megan. She came in and helped. Thanks, Megan. That's why you're our
Mm,
favorite producer.
she's our only
There.
producer.
Yeah, Megan's our favorite producer.
I mean, Hannah pops up sometimes in the background opening the fridge.
Yeah, Hank Megan's a cool producer.
I mean, we got Luna.
Hey,
Hi.
that's oh, I know what happened. Um, I accidentally moved a cord. Anyways, yeah. So Hannah just opens the fridge, huh?
Yeah. Go back to recapping the movie, I guess.
Anyways, they told me he was the man of the moon. He's like, I don't want to be the man of the moon. And I'm like, well, too bad, you're cursed. And goes along his business. He starts to what? You you're not happy, are you?
Just keep talking.
No, you're cringing.
No, this is the Devin's version. Keep talking. The people like it for some reason.
Works for me. As he goes on his dates to the local fair, he starts to pick up on his senses of his smells. He gets drawn to blood. He's like, oh man, what's going on with me? He can hear stuff like 50 yards away. I mean, the whole shebang. He's basically becoming Spider Man, but minus the spider, he's becoming a
For
killer
some
wolf
people, this
man.
is just called ADHD, sensory overload.
What are you doing?
Wow,
Lily
this
is
is a
going to
great
town.
recap.
Sorry, Lily is just going to town on those blankets. Um. Anyways, that finally happens, and then the moon comes out, and then he finally transforms. Monster movie cliche. He goes around, growls, bark, tears stuff up, and then Captain Jerkface is like, "Oh, we'll gather the pitchforks and we're gonna burn them with fire." And so they did the. you're,
No,
you're
keep
getting
going. It's
no,
great.
you're getting upset.
No, keep going. No, I'm just a little hurt. Just keep
Why are
going.
you a little hurt?
We'll talk about that off screen in couples therapy, okay?
Okay. God bless. He does Captain Jerkface has like gather the pitchforks and the fire, and they go do that, and then big battle happens. Bada boom, bada bing. They thought they killed the Wolfman. They didn't. He goes into hiding forever, or he hits the open road.
Not forever. It pops up in later movies.
Yeah,
So, ready for my notes.
I am.
Um, I gotta correct some stuff. Um, acetonium, also known as aconite. Uh, I think I mispronounced that. Let me check.
All right.
Really don't think I said that word right.
Excuse me.
It's been a month and I forgot how to say a word. Let's see, Asian. You,
Oh, while you're typing, did you see the trailer for Moana 2?
yeah,
I was a little disappointed. I was like, oh,
Aconitum.
oh.
Okay, done. Aconitum, also known as Aconite, monk's hood, wolf's bane, leopard's bane, devil's helmet, or blue rocket, is a genus of 250 species of flowering plants belonging to the family of, oh my goodness, Ranunculaceae, one of the most toxic plants that can be found in the UK. The toxins in the wolfsbane can cause slowing of the heart, which could be fatal. Even eating a small amount can lead to an upset stomach. The poison can
Mm,
also, through contact of touching it, um, just like from your fingertips,
mm,
can practically through open wound toxicity may occur through the skin. Even touching flowers in numb fingertips. Wolfsbane monkshood is a long-lived tuber forming herbaceous paramecial of the Ramunicus family, as the most closely related to Delphimus. About 100 species are known, with five native to North America. Okay.
okay. you here?
You stopped recording.
What in the world?
All right, Devin. Um, let's try again.
It's all good. The good news is we didn't lose it.
You remember when we had Tom on
Yep.
what?
I do remember Tom. I actually told somebody to watch your episode the other day, actually.
Okay. Well, we had Tom a witch on the random out. Uh, do you remember when we talked about pentagrams?
Vaguely.
Okay, because I don't.
The, that interview was an awesome interview. It was very educational.
All right, Devin. What do you? So in this movie, um, there were pentagrams.
Right.
So basically, a pentagram is a five-pointed star. Is often used as a symbol of magic, um, and the occult. It has many different meanings. All right.
Right.
So you ready to get into some of the meanings?
Yeah, go ahead.
So in most practices, I did research. In most practices, it's typically protection. It's not a satanic symbol. Um, Christians will often demonize it, claiming it's a demonic symbol, but most practices, it's protection against evil.
Right. Even now that you mentioned, I think Tommy mentioned that in your interview.
I don't know if she would like for us to call her Tommy.
Did I call her Tommy by accident?
Yeah. Um,
Sorry.
Health and knowledge in the Greek mathematician and philosopher Pythagoras, his followers may have used the pentagram as a symbol of health and knowledge. Okay. Uh, Paganism, the pentacle, uh, which is a pentagram with a circle, is used in paganism and by Wiccans. Magic in the occult, pentagram is often used as a symbol of magic or the occult. Um, Generally, it's a protection sigil. Um, it's also used in tarot cards. So, pentacles.
Sorry, I'm listening. Their Jack's just acting up. I'm like, really, Jack? Yeah, I remember her talking about that because, like, I remember in the interview with the tarot cards where she talked about how tarot cards can give off good energy, bad energy, and things like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like in the movie that the pentagram was depiction as a thing of protection and things like that because they were trying to warn him that he is cursed, creature of the night. Where he was like, "Nope, no, I'm not."
All right. So, I've got one, two, three, four more things.
Go ahead.
Um, Gypsies. We need to talk about that. We need to talk about the elephant in the room. This movie uses gypsies very heavily. Um, what are gypsies? Uh, it it's not okay to use them. So the Romani people, also known as Roma or Gypsies, are a minority ethnic group with a distinctive culture and history. Um, the name Gypsy comes from the European misconception of Romani people come from Egypt. Some Romani people prefer to be called Romani. The lifestyle of the Romani people were nomadic, traveling in caravans, making a living through trading, peddling, and music. The culture Romani people have a unique language, cultures, and traditions, including sensuality and extended family. Uh, Persecution. Romani people were persecuted by the Nazis, and with an estimated 200,000 or more killed by throughout Europe. In the United States, remaining Americans are concentrated in large cities such as Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, and San Francisco.
There's also a bunch in Georgia.
Um, I think Sebastian Stan is Romanian.
I think so. I can't remember.
You seem very interested in this conversation.
No, he's acting up. Stop.
Yeah, but basically, gypsy is a slang term for the group of Romanian people with a nomadic lifestyle. So
Right.
it's sort of an outdated term.
Yeah, it is. And then when you watch a movie that's almost 100 years old, and we see that a lot, and it's like, ooh, how this movie has not aged well.
Yep.
And here's my thing, and you're probably gonna hate me for this, but I thought this movie was way too slow, and we didn't get enough. The Wolfman himself.
We'll get to that.
I thought it was way too slow.
We'll get to that. Shut up. I've got more
Just
notes.
oh,
So
go
the
ahead.
bonding superstition actually started in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Traditions or the belief in werewolves was believed to be uh, based in you had to be cursed by a witch, you have to come across a Wolfman or something. You just don't get bitten and turned into a werewolf. That's Hollywood.
Oh,
So
Hollywood lied to me.
Hollywood lies to you about a lot of things.
No, not Hollywood. Hollywood would tell me the truth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then one thing that Hollywood told you the truth on.
Moving on.
Okay. The dangers of mob mentality.
Oh yeah,
It was
with the
so easy
mob.
to pull people together in fear to outlash somebody, whether guilty or not, whether they're innocent or guilty. This is a problem, especially in 2024. Boy howdy.
Dude, you ain't lying. It's insane that the two monster movies in that era that we've covered, really three if you want to count the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Am I missing a movie from this era? Those are the three.
Bride of Frankenstein, Wolfman, Dracula. We have not reviewed the 1931 one.
Okay.
Invisible Man. A lot of them have mob mentalities. The disability. You know what's a good one? Shape
Mm-hmm.
of Water.
Oh yeah, it is. Do
That
Shape of Water.
one does a good job at showing the Disabilities Act. So a lot of things that are different are bad.
Mm,
Like they want you to be in this cookie cutter setup. If you don't fit, you don't fit in into society.
right. And you see that, and you do see that a lot in The Shape of Water. I'm glad you mentioned that. It's
Mm-hmm.
just in this movie, I just feel like, and just because that was the norm, right? Scary monster. We have our villain, which is the villain, air quotes, the monster, and the hero, Mr. Like, I think of Gaston from Disney, right? When in reality, he's the jerk and he's the villain, or the monster's the good guy. Make sense?
Yeah, it does. So the word pagan is used as like a catch-all in these movies, and we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna see this a lot more in like the older movies because um, it's what's not Christian.
Mm-hmm.
The remaining people being gypsies, pentacles, pentagrams, Dracula because he is an aversion to crosses. All of those things are pagan.
Right.
So yeah. Um, so yeah, let's talk about the movie itself, Devin. Debbie,
Yep.
Debbie.
You just call me Debbie Debbie.
Devi.
Okay, Lord. I got Megan calling me Deborah, and I got you calling me Devi Devi. Sounds
I
like
have
I'm.
not used Deborah in one of our descriptions. I have used Devi.
Oh yeah, for the One Piece episode should be out today. I think.
What?
I think a One Piece episode's out today
I don't know what you're talking about.
for a random hour.
Oh, random hour is not loading for me.
Oh,
Let's see. Overview. Hmm. Did we not release one today?
we should have.
Hold on a minute. Why is it not popping up?
I'll look later. I'm gonna say we should have had something
No, if
today.
it, I'm getting to the bottom of this now. Let's see. Cerebon. Oh, made up devil fruits?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's published.
Okay.
Two people have played it.
Yeah.
One called you weird and said you have a big nose. Now, Devin, let's talk about you having a big nose. Like legitimately.
I've got a broken nose.
Okay, no, like legitimately. Like that was a setup, Devin.
Oh.
So you have a bigger nose than I do. I have more like a Roman nose.
Uh.
Um, could you turn and like let them like see the side profile? All right, Devin. Let's talk about witches.
All right.
So you know how they have like a pointy hat, big nose with a wart, um, green skin. Um, they're always cackling.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a racial depiction?
The correct answer is yes.
Okay. Do no, like legitimately, do you think that?
Um.
Because genuinely, do you think a clown is a racial depiction?
No, in my opinion, no, because clowns are for entertaining.
See that the difference with that is because it's become so common, and so like
Mm.
standard like for witches to be like green and all that, and clowns. Both of those are racial depictions, but not for us because of how society has portrayed those things. But originally, clowns were a racist depiction of the Irish, and
Oh.
witches were anti-Semitic traits that were demonized. That joke I made about your nose are still like remnants of stuff like that. Where because it's not like the typical nose style, the bigger nose is often depicted as like less than because it's anti-Semitic.
Oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I knew where I was going with this. You did not know where I was going with
No,
this.
no, I did not. I thought
Yeah,
somebody literally put in a comment that I had a weird nose. I'm like,
no,
really?
I was doing a setup. I promise you.
Okay, I thought because you can comment now on Spotify podcast episodes. I was like, really? Somebody came after my
I
nose?
forgot about that because Oakenfist. I
Yeah,
forgot
Kyle.
about that. Our good old Aussie bloke.
Yeah, somebody didn't come to that interview, so we talked about sports.
What? Oh, hold on a minute. Somebody was the fault. The other person didn't show up.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, but it was a good
Now,
interview.
Devin, when I get the whiteboard out, we're gonna learn how to do math.
No,
You know, whose fault was that?
it's
I didn't
mine.
show up. Are they in this call with us right now?
No, I mean yes, they are, but it's my fault.
Yeah. Admitting you're the problem's part of the step. You know, we may not need the therapy. I can just roast you right now like an angry mob.
That's fine.
Uh,
Uh,
so yeah, that's pretty much it. Gypsies are a racial interpretation, kind of, where it doesn't have that meaning for us now, but it did have a lot more weight to it um,
right. It.
during this time period because there was a lot of racial stuff going on in the 40s.
I
Boy,
mean, now
howdy,
that you
was there a
say
lot
that,
of racial stuff going on in the 40s.
well, now that you say that, I didn't really think about that because you got to think the way we grew up, right? You see,
Mhm.
which you're like, okay, scary old lady. Not that it was related to Romanians,
Yep.
so that's pretty neat.
Mhm. All things have perspective. It's just finding that perspective, if you will. Let's talk about the movie itself, though. Um, Pulling back the curtain, Devin, we watched a second Wolfman film,
Yep.
2010. We'll compare it more to that. This is not my favorite Wolfman movie.
Okay, good.
I'm
I
going to get
didn't care
this
for
out of the
this.
way now. This is not my favorite. I love this movie. This movie is dear to my heart. It is an important part of my childhood. It is not my favorite.
Dude, I'm so glad because, like, dude, I was watching this and I was like, God, are they ever gonna
This
get
is a very more like straightforward story. Like we're just going to get through it and just get through it and continue with the story. Uh, See ya.
pretty much? I was just so bored. Like, I get introduced to characters, but I'm like, where's the
Almost no world
action?
building.
Yeah, it was boring.
Yeah.
The
Um,
2010 version, way better.
Now that is a horror movie.
It is.
Um, Devin, I'm out of notes. Is there anything else you want to talk about this movie with, or you just want to rate
No, no, we can go ahead and rate it. You're not gonna like the way I'm gonna rate it.
it? Okay, what are you rating this?
A 3.
Okay.
What are
This is.
you rating it?
I'm rating this a 6 out of 10. I thought this was middle of the road, like basic. I didn't think this is exceptionally good. I don't think this is exceptionally bad. I would argue that you could probably bump it up a point or two.
How so?
Um, Pretty good acting for the script given. Good facial prosthetics and stuff. Good special effects.
I mean, that's fair. Fair points for the time it's given.
And
I want
as racist as this movie is, they did a pretty good job at fleshing out the Romanians.
correct.
And I would argue you should give them a point for fleshing out a racial group that is stigmatized, even if they did stigmatize it. They did flesh them out fairly well, surprisingly.
All right, I'll give it a 4.
Okay. So that will give us a combined total of 10. So we're generally, out of 20, we're middle of the road.
That's fair.
Okay. Would you like to know the Muffin Man?
I would like to know the Muffin Man.
Well, that sucks because I don't have his phone number.
Oh man.
I was hoping you did. But would you like to know what we've also rated a 10?
Sure.
So, hold on a second. Let me just insert the Wolfman 1941. Oh, that is not 1941. That was definitely not. 10 out of 20. Devin, your mom was supposed to give me Christmas cookies. Is she still doing that?
No.
You
Do you
ate them,
want some?
didn't you? You ate my cookies, didn't you? It was
Maybe.
my birthday present.
I don't care. They were good cookies.
I know. That's why I asked for them. No.
God, that makes me sound like a terrible friend. Yeah, I ate your birthday cookies.
Yeah. Uh, This is what we've also rated 10 out of 20. Call Me By Your Name,
Mhm.
Godzilla 1998, Nosferatu the Vampire, Teen Wolf 1985, The Santa Claus 2,
Yeah, Santa
Thor
Claus too.
Dark World,
Yeah, yeah, Dark
and
World.
everyone's fan favorite Twilight,
Yeah, yeah.
the best baseball movie.
Ugh. I remember when we recorded those.
Do you think that the Wolfman fits into this?
I would say so. Yeah.
Okay, I would agree so as well. I think these are surprisingly good movies, but they're not top tier. They're good. They're good for a rewatch. They're good for a rainy day. They are not the best.
Yeah. It's a good rainy day movie.
Mhm. All right, Devin. Um, I believe that's it. So if
All
you want
right.
to hit the outro that I definitely didn't forget last time,
As always, guys, if you enjoyed what you heard, you can come check me out on my podcast, the More Sports Podcast, a sports podcast for everybody. And of course, we have the Random Hour where we nerd out about stuff like we did in the first 15 minutes of this episode, as well as we brought on some awesome guests this past year, or this year in 2024. Hopefully, we'll have some more awesome stuff on that show in 2025. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Random Incorporated, and follow us on social media at Random Corporate One, and on Instagram as Rando Boys. And yeah, Kyle, my last words are gonna be, um, let's see, what's my last words gonna be? I want to do something Wolfman related.
you could
You know
howl.
what? Huh?
You said you could howl on the moon.
I could howl at the moon. Go ahead and end it. That's the last words. Howl at the moon.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about that, dude. Jack and Lily, it's lunchtime, and actually, let's see what Megan wants to do for lunch real fast.
Okay. Do we want to keep recording?
Uh,